I'm Soledad O'Brien. Welcome to Matter of Fact. Before we turn to the latest political firestorms, we look at America's natural storms. Hurricane Irma left Florida devastating homes and businesses. And Houstonians are still digging out from mountains of debris from the deadly Hurricane Harvey. Catastrophic damage and a long recovery ahead. Throughout this show, we'll take a look at moments where ordinary people face these extraordinary challenges, and we'll tell you how they've met them with bravery, compassion, and even acts of kindness. These folks are powerful reminders that despite our current divisions, we are at our best when we come together. Partisan political divisions are the focus of a case the Supreme Court will hear in just 2 weeks. The case out of the state of Wisconsin is sending shockwaves across the country. The question before the court, is it okay for the political party in control of the state legislature to draw a map that gives an overwhelming advantage to their own party? Here's some background. Electoral districts are redrawn every 10 years after the census to allow for shifts in population. After the 2020 census, states will have a chance to alter them again. Party interests can draw the maps to their own advantage by clustering voters for one party in one district or spreading them out across multiple ones. Gerrymandering to exclude or include people by race has been outlawed, but partisan gerrymandering to favor a party is still technically permissible. Jessica Gomez reports on an unlikely pair who are poised to dramatically change the nation's political landscape.
Well, this farm has been in our family almost 150 years.
This is where former state senator Dale Schultz now spends much of his time, his Wisconsin farm.
After a lifetime of being in the legislature, you can well imagine there is an awful lot of deferred maintenance around here.
Politics, like farming, the Republican says, have changed here in Wisconsin.
There's something sad about people thinking about the folks on the other side of the aisle as being the enemy.
This is about rigging elections.
That's why Schultz is teaming up with former Democratic state lawmaker Tim Cullen. For 4 years now, they've appeared at town halls across the state. An unlikely pair of politicians fighting a battle many said would go nowhere over the long-held tradition of partisan gerrymandering.
I'd use the same word that the federal judge used. It was unconstitutional because it deprives people of the value of their vote.
In a grassroots effort, the former majority leaders joined forces with the nonpartisan Fair Elections Project. Last year, in a surprise victory, a federal court upheld their claim that in 2011, Republicans controlling the Wisconsin legislature participated in extreme and unconstitutional partisan gerrymandering, carving out new assembly districts for their own political advantage.
When these legislators drew these maps the way they did, they guaranteed themselves a job for 10 years at the place you work. By your action alone, can you guarantee yourself your job for the next 10 years?
That guarantee, they say, happened at the next election in 2012, when Wisconsin Democrats got the majority of votes, but Republicans walked away with more assembly seats.
What's happened here is the Republicans have baked in their majority. It doesn't matter what happens. Even if they lose the vote big, they still get a huge majority.
But Wisconsin Republicans argue that happened in prior elections, even before they redrew the state maps, and say Democrats are just frustrated they keep losing.
Politically motivated line drawing has been around since the founding, and the Supreme Court has never once held that is unconstitutional. What the trial court did here is completely unprecedented.
Schultz, who voted for the new maps back then, says it was a mistake.
Didn't give too much thought about it until after the election, when it became clear that the Democrats won the popular vote and lost seats in the legislature. It got me thinking about fairness and about the people's will prevailing.
You know, I've already seen a little color change.
In 2011, Democrat Helen Harris's neighborhood was split from the rest of the district in which she's lived for nearly 20 years.
So this is your district prior to 2011.
Her new district lumped in with parts of suburban Milwaukee, Republican strongholds.
It makes you feel that your concerns and the issues that you care about are not being represented.
Harris is now a plaintiff in the case about to be heard by the U.S. Supreme Court. If upheld, state and congressional districts nationwide could be challenged. potentially shifting the balance of power for both parties.
Everybody said, that's what those politicians do in Madison. Or they said, well, the Democrats would have done the same thing. And I'd say, you're right. That's why we have to get rid of it. You can go to Maryland or Massachusetts or Rhode Island. It's just reversed. They're Democrats gerrymandered there.
Attaboy. Maybe we ought to just look people in the eye and say, you know what, you're right. And we are all about putting you back in charge of the political process in this country.
Giving voters, Schultz says, a level playing field once again. In Wisconsin, for Matter of Fact, I'm Jessica Gomez.